Hello, I am about to be joined by a cat, so if you hear strange noises, that's why. Hi, welcome back to my podcast. It's late on a Wednesday evening. I've completely forgotten the date. It might be the 11th of March, I'm not sure. Who knows? It's been a weird week. This is... Come on then. This is episode 2 of 2 for this month's record. Come on. If you haven't already seen it, episode 65 should already be up on my channel. That is the video for this time that's focusing on my crochet projects from the last few weeks and plans going forward. I made it easy for you to come up the other way, you silly girl. And this video, 66, is focusing on spinning and a bit of a shop update and some incoming, which I will get to. I have made a note that I was going to do a little about me bit. I've had some new subscribers lately. I am so grateful. Thank you so much. It's really wonderful to have you here. If you are new and you don't know who I am, I can't be asked to do the whole about me thing all over again. Go and watch the first few minutes of the last episode. That will tell you everything you need to know. I am, if my beautiful cat will allow me, you're so pretty, I'm going to dive straight in with the spinning. If I can talk without having to clear my throat. What are you doing? You're being a pest. I have a few skeins that I showed you last time, but they were not properly finished. If the camera wobbles, it's because Neris, my cat, is attacking the screen, making everything shake. I hope that wasn't too horrendous for you. It may have caused weird noises too, I don't know. So yeah, I'm going to show you those. Just quickly run through them and tell you the yardage, the weight, all that kind of thing, because I've properly finished them off now. You are so in the way. You are so in the way. Yes, you are. She's beautiful and I love her, but she's such a pest. Okie dokie. Let's start with this beautiful skein of yarn, if I do say so myself. This is called Emeralds and Peacocks. It is all labelled up and everything. Don't know how well that will focus. Hopefully it'll be alright. It's even got the price on it, hasn't it? Yeah, I know you want attention. I'm sorry. It is called Emeralds and Peacocks because it is a blend of the... How am I saying this? The main fibre is a Corriedale nylon blend from World of Wool, which is called Peacock. And then it has been blended with various other bits of Corriedale that are in a few different shades of green. So, hence the name. So it has worked out at a DK weight, 14 wraps per inch. This is 140 grams, which and is about 360 yards, give or take. And it has worked out at, once I combined everything and redid maths, it's 93% Corriedale wool and 7% nylon. You go in, don't go down that way. The other way is much easier, you daft animal. Yeah, so it has got a nylon content. I think you can see, can't you, the sort of shifting greens and greeny blues are in there. Yes, it has got nylon in it, but it's probably not enough to really be suitable for a sock yarn. Just thought I'd unfurl it and show you it like this too. There you go. I'll cover my face and you can, hopefully it'll focus nicely for you. But yeah, it'd work really well for a scarf or a shawl or another garment, or accessory like that. Corriedale's quite soft and the nylon makes it softer. So, which you wouldn't expect. I never expect. I always think nylon's going to make it feel a bit plasticky, but I actually find it softens it right up, which is lovely. So that's that one. Okay, then we have got First Snow. Oh, I love this one. There's only 50 grams of this, which is 100 yards. It's DK again, although I haven't put the reps per inch on this one. And it's 90% recycled wool and 10% viscose tweed. This again, it's a blend from World of Wool that I've just spun up as it is. I've not done anything to it. And oh, I love it. I love all the little speckles. I'd love to see this worked up. Actually, it's very, very tempting to pop this into my stash. It always is with almost everything that I spin. Yeah, I just think it looks so pretty. Yeah, and it would be a really, really great addition to well, to anything, to be honest. I was going to come up with some examples of what you could make with it, but literally anything this would look great in. Again, not socks, it's not hard wearing enough, unless they were just bed socks, house socks. But yeah, it'd work brilliantly in anything else. I am working instantly because I know this is only a 50 gram skein and that's not hugely helpful all the time. And I've got a lot of small skeins knocking about, and there will be more just because of the way that I have bought fibre up to this point. I am working on getting an option on my website so that will allow you to request a custom spin. So either you can go, I like this, but I want more of it, or you could go, you know, all the way to the extreme of, right, this is the colours that I want, this is the type of fibre that I want, go. And I will do what I can for you. It's not on there yet, but if you do want that to be done, you know, if you want a custom spin, if you're looking for something particular, just drop me an email. You can do that from my website, or my email address is in the description here. I didn't say that at the beginning, did I? There's links and stuff in the description. Information down there if you need it. Yeah, I will happily do custom spins for anyone who asks. So just let me know. But yeah, that's First Snow. Okay, we now have Humbug. This is the largest single skein I have spun to date. I want to do loads more that are this kind of size. It is humongous. It's been so much fun. This one is 200 grams of yarn, which is 346 yards because it's an Aran weight one. I'm trying to hold it in a way that means you can actually see it nicely, and it's not really working, but there you go, that'll sort of do. And it is 37.5% Jacob, 37.5% Corriedale, 25% Merino. It is so squishy. Oh, so squishy. And because of the way that I've spun it and the way that the different fibres have worked together, it's marled, obviously, you can see that. But it will also give you a bit of a stripe as well in whatever gets made with it. I am sorry about the beeping, that should not be happening. but I cannot stop it. It's nothing hugely important, don't worry. Again, this is tricky to twist because it's so big. Let me just show you it sort of twisted. There we go. Just makes a bit of a difference to how it looks, I think. I love it. It's really, really fun. And yeah, it's huge. It's bigger than my head. Okay, I've got Aurora Borealis. That's not working. There we go. No. Whole thing's the right way round. Deary me. Here we go. Aurora Borealis. I've confused myself by doing it a different way around to how I was doing it this morning when I was recording the first video. This one is another, oh no, this is a sport weight, so slightly finer than some of the others. Where am I? That way. There we go. Yeah, sport weight, there's only 45 grams here, but that's 170 yards, so you've got a really good amount to work with. 55% merino, 30% mulberry silk, 15% sari silk. Just all the little pops of colour you can see coming through. Now, this is another blend that I've taken straight from World of Wool and just spun it as it is. Haven't messed about with it, haven't blended it with anything, just taken the blend and spun. Those colours are stunning. It was really fun to spin. I know a few spinners who don't like sari silk in a spin because it bunches up and you get strange background noises. Yeah, it can make it quite tricky to get a consistent spin. That is true, but the effect you get as a result, I think, is stunning. That way. I'm going to move. Okay, it might make it easier. I love all the little pops of colour that you get. You know, the mulberry silk is blended in with the merino, so that just changes the base colour of the yarn. But you get all these little speckles and stripes and puddles of colour from the sari silk, and I just think it's so pretty. I've got quite a few blends actually that, sorry this is a bit rustly just while I put it back in the bag. Yeah, quite a few blends, both that I have already spun and that are in my stash to spin, that have got sari silk in them, because they just, you get a different effect every time. And I just find it really interesting. I like an interesting spin. Okay, this one is called Strawberry Fields. You might recognise this as one that was previously unnamed. Finally settled on a name for it. This is a blend that I bought from an indie dyer called Velvet Sixpence, and it's worked out at a DK weight. There's 100 grams of it, which is 265 yards. Printed this label really badly. The blend is 50% Blueface Leicester, 25% Corriedale, 25% Mulberry Silk. So it's a really soft and squishy yarn. It's so tactile. And you've got this lovely variegated pink going on. Originally I was going to keep this because it's a more expensive blend than I usually spin up to sell, if I'm completely honest with you. And it feels so lovely. For that alone I'd keep it. But it's not my colour. I like pink, but I'm not a very pink person. But also it just doesn't really suit me. I wouldn't wear it, and it's much too nice to just go into a blanket or something. So I thought I would offer it up to you lovely people. you can buy it and then show me what you make and get much more use out of it than I would. Okay, and then finally for the finished yarns, we've got Hansel and Gretel. There's another one that's just no, that's a lie. I was about to say that it's just a blend from World of Wool and I haven't altered it. That's not true. It was a blend from World of Wool that I have then marled with some extra merino. So it's worked out at 75% merino, 25% sari silk. It's a DK weight yarn, it's 55 grams, and that's 110 yards. See if I can find, oh, there's a lovely bit. See if I can find some bits that show off the sari silk nicely. See how well I can show you that. I know I've shown you this before, but still, look at those pops right there. Oh, I love it so much. So again, that's going to make such an interesting addition to whatever it is used for. With all these yarns, if you do buy any from me, obviously I'd love it if you left a review on my website or whatever, but also just let me know what you make with them. Tag me on Instagram or send me an email. Anything. I'd just love to see what my yarns end up being. It's very special. I lied, there's one more finished one. I'd forgotten that it was finished because this one's for me to keep, probably. It's from a range of blends that are all the same fibre content, and they are mostly based around constellations. So I am intending to spin them all up roughly the same weight and then make a big shawl out of all of them. This one is Taurus, which has lovely earthy tones. They are, I think, hang on, where's my book? So I don't have to do it from memory. 70% merino wool, 30% tussar silk. And it's worked out. It's a DK. Again, I wanted it finer, really, but never mind. 13 wraps per inch. And there's 51 grams of this, which has worked out at 98 yards. That doesn't sound right. Not sure my maths is quite right there, but hey, that's what I've written. So yeah, and you get a lovely variegation because the silk and the merino pick up the dye in completely different ways. And I think actually some of the silk might be completely undyed anyway, and it's bleached silk, so yeah, it's pretty. You get lovely kind of streaks throughout it. Right, pop this away and then I'll show you the ones that aren't finished very, very quickly. Okie dokie, right, these are a little bit scruffier because they haven't been properly finished yet. They've not had a bath. And yeah, so they're still feeling a bit raw. This is called Glacier Perito Merino. It's another blend from World of Wool that started off with 100 grams ish of fibre. So I'll probably get slightly less than 100 grams of yarn out of it. It will be for sale eventually. And this one's 65% bamboo and, no it's not, it's the other way around, 65% merino and 30% bamboo. I love that. I love it when it spins up like that, twists up rather. But yeah, beautiful colours in there, which is why I chose it. I chose it just for the colour. I've really enjoyed spinning it up. Not sure about the feel of it at the moment. Might be, well, I don't know, we'll see when it's had a wash. Washing it and blocking it can make such a huge difference. So we'll see what happens when it's finished. But at the moment it feels like it might just be not quite as soft as some of the others that I've spun up recently. But it'll be soft enough. And then I've got two more of the blends from the batch that Taurus is in. So these are both for me. I spun these, well, I started spinning these at the market last Saturday. Was that only last weekend? It is the weekend just gone. Yeah, wow. So these are brand new. I only just finished them. So again, they are 70% merino, 30% tussar silk, did I say? I think that's right. This one is called Lyra. So I don't know if it is named after a constellation, but it makes me think of the His Dark Materials books by Philip Pullman. I don't know whether it's named for those or for the character in those or not. Yeah, really lovely subtle colours in that one. And then we've got Leo, which of course is a constellation. If you know your zodiac at all, you will recognise that. Perfect colours for Leo. Prepare. Oh, mind that bit of string. I just tie them up with bits of scrap string, cotton in fact, while I'm soaking them, because I don't want to waste any of the yarn. And they'll be there's extra steps after I finish washing them. They get rewound after, and then I tie them up properly. So but yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with the spinning. It's great. I have done quite a bit for myself this last week or two, which is fine. It's not a problem. And I have added quite a few to the shop lately. So yeah, I don't feel like I'm running low on stock or anything. But I do think I probably ought to do some more work spinning soon. But I've got one more spin to show you first. No, I can't show you the yarn, just the way I've got it set up at the moment. I can't show you how the singles are spinning up. Sorry. I might put some pictures up on the screen. Actually, I have taken some. What I can show you is the fibre. This is from the 2026 Fibre Club that is being run by Laura at Folk Yarn Studio. It's called the Hyper Focus Club. There are options for both yarn and for fibre. I've gone for fibre because obviously I am addicted to spinning. I need all the spinning. So each month I'm spinning up the fibre, making it into yarn, obviously, and then that yarn will be used to create a blanket throughout the year, which I will talk about a bit in the crochet episodes. I haven't this time because I haven't done any more of the crochet since the last time I spoke to you about it. But also I do a separate video for each spin. So you'll see the fibre right at the beginning before I do anything to it. And then bits of the process of the spinning. And I am intending to show a bit of the blanket progress in those videos as well this time around. I didn't last year, but I think I will this time. This is the February fibre, and I think this one's inspired by cross stitch and embroidery, and it's slightly different this year in that last year you got one 100-gram braid. This year we're getting two lots of 50 grams. It's put together into one braid still, but it is two separate, I don't know what the right word is, two separate, no, the word is gone, two lots of fibre in one braid. And last month I think they were pretty much identical, but this month the way she's dyed them means that there's quite a difference in the colour, which is hopefully going to result in some really fun yarn. We'll see. The most important point, there you go, is that I'm enjoying spinning it. This is purely for me. It's just a bit of fun. So, yeah, what else was I going to say then? Oh, the other thing to mention about spinning is that lately I've been doing a lot. Did I say this already? I've been doing a lot of woolen spins, which there is no problem with, and have been therefore getting lots of lovely, soft, fluffy yarns, which have been so gorgeous and so suitable for winter. We're firmly into spring now. There's daffodils out and everything. So I will still do some of the woolen spinning, but I'm going to try and do more worsted because you end up with a slightly cooler fabric, I think, once you use it. It can be denser, but still cooler. It's a whole thing. Don't ask me to explain the difference between worsted spinning and woolen spinning. I do know, although I keep having to remind myself. But I'm not there with explaining it yet. Look it up. But these, the fibre clubs, I'm going to keep doing woolen because it's all for a blanket. And I want it all to be similar in feel. I don't know for certain, but I know last year every month you got a different fibre blend, and so far this year the 2 months we've had have been the same, so they might all be the same kind of wool throughout the year, which I don't really mind either way. I liked the fun and the surprise and the adventure of having a different fibre blend every month. That was really interesting. But if it is the same fibre all year this time, that will probably make for a better blanket because it'll all be the same kind of yarn. I don't know, it doesn't really matter, does it? I'm rambling now. I'm going to put this away and move on. That's what else I was going to say. I knew there was one more thing to say about spinning. I realised earlier while putting together a post for Instagram that just through the nature of what I've been drawn to over the last few months, almost all the yarn that is in my shop at the moment is very dark in colour, which suits me down to the ground. But I am aware that we are in spring, heading towards summer. People may want lighter colours, brighter colours. I'm not going to go down the pastel route, that's not me. You'll get the odd one every now and then, but there isn't going to be a whole range of pastels. It's just not going to happen. But I would like to introduce some brighter yarns. With it being spring, help me out with inspiration. Please drop a comment on this video with your favourite spring flower. And I'm going to use all that as inspiration for the colours over the next few months. Maybe. Right, put that book away. What else am I going to talk about? What else am I talking about? Shop. So, one thing I've done, they're not in the shop yet, but they will be soon, for the market, but also for my shop. I have put together some mystery mini bags. These are, as it says on there, an assortment of mini skeins. You'll get a minimum of 100 grams in each bag, but in a range of fibres, of colours, of yarn weights, of skein sizes. So there'll be anything between 5 gram super tiny skeins all the way up to 25 gram, so your standard mini. In fact, that's quite large for a mini, isn't it? So exactly how many different yarns you'll get in each bag is going to be totally random. Every bag will be different. But yeah, it's just, I've always got bits left over every time I finish a spin, there's always a bit that doesn't end up in the final skein of yarn, but I don't want to waste it. I don't want to waste it. Some of it I keep, be perfectly honest with you, some of it I do keep for myself. But I have got a huge stash of yarn already, both hand spun and otherwise. So I kind of felt, it just felt appropriate to package it up and sell it. And I thought this would be a good way to do it, because if you're at a yarn show or something, then picking out a selection of mini skeins, that's fun and interesting in the moment when you can touch them and feel them and see the colours up close. It feels different on a website. I personally probably wouldn't pick and choose a bunch of minis from a website. I can't talk. But I have bought Lucky Dip, mystery bags, whatever you want to call them, of minis from other dyers and spinners in the past, and I love it. I think they're great if you want something for a bit of colour work. You can just grab, as long as you've got the right weight to go with your project, so DK or fingering or whatever, just grab whatever and add it in, and you get a really interesting effect, especially if you've got 2 or 3 different ones. So I've currently got 2 of these bags up for grabs. I sold one at the market on Saturday. I will let you know when they're on the website. They're not there yet, but if you do want one and they haven't gone up, then comment or drop me a message and I'll make sure you get one. About down there. Also, not in the shop yet, but coming soon, I'm working on some new buttons made from polymer clay. Some are buttons, some aren't. Hang on, let me grab the buttons first. There aren't many actually. There's some buttons, there's some that'll be stitch markers, there's some that'll be bag charms. Hang on, I'm going to stick these to bits of card so I can actually show you them. Couldn't find a piece of card big enough, so I'm stuck them to a page in my notebook instead. So I have been experimenting with cane techniques for polymer clay. It's where you think of it like making a stick of rock, where you get a stick of rock and you've got the pattern words usually that go all the way through the middle. If you sliced it in half, it'd look exactly the same in the middle as it does at each end. Essentially doing that with clay. Not entirely successful. None of these have turned out exactly how I wanted them to, but I'm making progress and I'm actually quite pleased with what I've ended up with. I will go first to last in terms of the order in which I made them. So these top 2 here, they will be bag charms. There's 2 different styles. There's one that is just the cane pattern, and then there's one that's got slices of the cane combined with plain clay in a complementary colour. Arrived in fact by just blending up the leftovers of the cane and rolling it out until it was a solid colour instead of all the different bits. So not entirely successful. These will not be identical because it just did not work out that way. But I like them, they're pretty. And actually, talking of spring colours, I think those are quite spring-like, I think. I've then made a whole bunch of what will be stitch markers as my second cane attempt. More successful, not the pattern I was going for, but more consistent. Again, these won't be identical purely because rather than just slicing the cane and using those shapes as the markers, what I've done is sliced it up, laid all the pieces out together to make a kind of mosaic of the pattern, rolled that all together and then cut shapes out. So these will all be slightly different, but you can definitely tell that they are They're from the same batch. It was supposed to be a flower. And you can kind of tell, maybe, that there's something floral going on there. Maybe, I don't know, what do you think? Again, I like it though. Not colours I would normally use, I will be completely honest. Those, I chose the colours specifically. These I was using up scrap clay, so I've just ended up with a slightly weird colour, but it's fine. And then these buttons I'm actually really happy with. It was supposed to be a kind of quilt-like design, but I think it's ended up looking sort of marbly instead, like a marble worktop or bits of cut stone. So I'm really happy with those. I'm not going to promise a day for when these will be in the shop. I don't have a huge amount left to do. The buttons literally just need sanding down, and then and the hole stripping, and then they'll be good to go. The stitch markers need the same, and then to have the findings added to them. These need a bit more work because, as well as adding findings, I'm also going to add some extra charms or some beading or something. I haven't quite decided what yet to make them just a bit more interesting. It might be another couple of weeks until they're ready for you, but they are coming. And I like them a lot. Generally speaking, this year I am going to take my time a bit more with the notions side of things. I want to really focus on the yarn for one. That's my first love when it comes to the business side of things, is the spinning. And also I want to experiment more. I want to try and do a few more interesting things with notions than I did last year, and that means it's going to take extra time. So I don't want to have deadlines and time pressures sitting on me, because that will take all the fun out of it. So there'll be bits and pieces throughout the year. I will let you know when they're ready. As well as the polymer clay, there's the resin side too. I've actually just bought a whole load of new moulds for the resin stuff. I might show you that in a minute actually. I wasn't going to. I didn't think of that when I was writing my notes, but I think I will. That definitely counts as incoming. But yeah, just watch this space basically. I will let you know when things are ready, when there's going to be a shop update. Either I'll talk about it in podcasts, or I shall maybe do the occasional short video, community posts. They'll be mentioned on Instagram, in my stories, especially for the notions. And I've got an email newsletter as well that goes out every Friday. If you've not signed up to that yet, you can do so on my website. And yeah, I'll let you know in there as well. So just watch this space. There'll be bits and pieces as and when I feel like creating them. Okay, incoming. Let's start with the bits I just mentioned for the resin crafting that I'm doing. It's UV resin that I use, not the other stuff that you have to mix. UV is quick and easy and relatively safe, so that's what I'm going with. It does mean it kind of limits what I can do a little bit. I'm not going to be making like big sculptures and stuff because it's just not suitable for that, but for making bag charms and stitch markers and that kind of thing, it's brilliant. So the new moulds that I have bought, these cute little like letter and number, like flat bead type things. It's a really good description, isn't it? I'm enjoying the whole like letters thing at the moment. I've made a few little charms for me and Kelvin and Ned from a different mould, which They've worked okay, but not brilliantly. So I thought I'd try a couple of different ones. These have got the holes already set into the mould, which makes things much easier. And I thought these would be really good for doing stitch markers and progress keepers for anyone who wants to keep track of like the hook or stitch counts or that kind of thing, especially the numbers, obviously. I tend to use other things for that. I have a notebook mostly for each project, but like a couple of different row counters and stuff like that too. But I know some people like to attach a numbered stitch marker to their project to remind them which hook or needle, if they're knitting, they're using. Or you can get some very, very pretty like row counter like bracelets where you have sort of numbered segments, and then you can move a little marker along to, yeah. I've got one somewhere. I don't know where it is. I don't use it, it's just an ornament for me, but I know other people do use them, and I thought I could probably make a couple with that sort of thing. On a similar theme, let me get this the right way up. I've got another letter and number mould. These have got 2 holes in, so they can be joined together very easily, which is fun. Or you can hang other things off them. So same idea for those. And what's next? Oh, this one I bought purely on a whim. I had a load of snake charms last year at one point, and I've got a mould for giant snakes. I don't know how well these are showing up because they're kind of translucent silicone. Hopefully you can see all the different snake shapes on there. So mostly I bought this so I could make myself some massive snake earrings. But also bag charms, maybe. And then I saw cats. Anyone who knows me even a little bit will know that pretty much anything with a cat on it gets bought immediately. These are all from Temu, by the way. I know, I'm sorry, but I have to keep the cost down. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, so many cat shapes on there. Some of them I'm not keen on, but the majority I am. So that makes it worth the couple of quid that I paid for it. And then I've got a different cat mould as well with bigger ones. Love them. And again, I think these have all got, yes, those have all got holes preset into the mould, and so have these ones, which makes things easier. And then final, on a whim purchase, this is for bag charms for myself and for other people. Tree of Life, can you see that? Yeah, you can sort of just about see the designs, can't you? There's that one. Oh, hang on, hold it steady so it focuses. And then there's a third one there, which is now not the right way up, but hopefully you get the idea. I just, anything sort of Celtic, Norse, that kind of imagery speaks to me. I love it ever so much. So that's all those. I'm going to be having so much fun at some point when I allow myself a creative couple of days. I've got a system going at the moment where, in theory anyway, it hasn't really worked this week, but I have like a 3-week rotation for the kind of work I'm doing. So I'll have a week where I focus on creating, a week where I focus on admin, and then a week where I focus on housework, because otherwise it never gets done. This is supposed to be a housework week and it hasn't really worked yet. I do desperately need to tackle all of this in here because it's a mess and it looks awful on screen for you guys, but also I can't find anything. And there's loads of stuff in here that I do not need. To be honest, I can just get rid of it. Not the yarn or the fibre. but lots of other stuff. So yeah, at some point in the future, you'll open one of these videos and start playing and go, where's all the clutter? Where's it all gone? Probably not anytime soon though. Right, I have got a lovely big box from World of Wool to show you. I have not opened this yet. I've literally just taken it out of the outer packaging. Obviously I did order it all, so I do know what's in here. But still, I haven't looked at it. They could have sent me anything. I think they've probably sent me what I ordered. But let's have a look and see. Ta-da! Look, it's Fibre. What a surprise. Right, this is quite an exciting one though. Let me start with the main things. The Fibre blends. Now, my one niggle with World of Wool, and it is a niggle, it's not a major thing. When they send what you've ordered, for the most part, they do not include the fibre content on the packaging. So I can tell you the colour names, I can tell you how much fibre there is, I cannot tell you what kind of fibre it is. What I will do is look it up and put it on the screen for you while I'm editing. I'll pop it over here somewhere. And also it's all in plastic bags, which is important to keep it clean and safe from pests and everything, but does make it very rustly to show you. So this one is called Posh Red. I'm not even going to guess at what they are because I'll get it wrong and then I'll embarrass myself. But again, I bought this just because of the colour. I love red. It's not quite my red, this is a bit bright, but it is lovely. Oh, where's the end? I want to show you the end. There we go. Oh, look how beautifully that's going to draft out when I come to spin with it. I think there is a little bit of variation in there. I can't really tell on my screen because of the way my brightness and contrast and everything are set. So I don't know how well the colour actually shows up for you. I'm hoping it shows up nicely, but I know red's a tricky one. Shove that back in the bag. This one says it's Cheviot wool. It's 100 grams again. I don't know if it's just Cheviot. I will put it on the screen if it's not. Now these might be solid colours actually. I think I bought solid colours on purpose, didn't I? Don't know why I'm asking you, you don't know. But I think I did. That's Imperial Blue. That looks amazing, even with my dodgy colour settings. Wow. The light in here is weird as well, so... Yes, I think I deliberately bought solid colours for blending, so I can blend my own colours. Right, I've got that wrong again. Where's the end? Oh my god, what am I like? There we go. Right, from the feel, I think the red's Cheviot as well, but you'll already know because it'll have been on the screen. Look, I love it. Just thought I wanted to show you how it blends. No, drafts. Feels really nice. I don't think I've worked with 100% Cheviot before, have I? I know it's been in some blends that I've used. I might have used a little bit. I might have blended it myself with other things, I can't remember. It is a British wool, which is lovely. Oh, and then this one says it's a Cheviot blend on the label. And this one is called, flipping love it, Plum Intended. Look at it. Had to get a purple one. It's my brand colour. Look. Love it, love it, love it. So, yeah, again, it'll be on the screen. I don't know why I'm trying to guess. This feels though like it's all Cheviot, but more than one colour. But it might not be. Again, you'll see it. You'll know as you're watching this. That's gorgeous. That's going to be a really fun spin. I don't think I'll blend that with anything. I think I will just spin that as is. Let it speak for itself. Right, and then it gets really exciting. So I hope you can hear this over the rustling. On the World of Wool website, you can build your own sample pack from all the various fibres that they have available. You do have to pay for it. It's not free samples, but it means you can get just a little bit of each of the different fibre types to have a play with. I haven't decided yet whether I am going to spin these up as sample spins individually, or whether I'm going to blend them with each other, with other things. I don't know. I just wanted to go through their massive list of samples that are available and pick out as many as I could that I know I haven't used before. There might be one or two that I have. Look at this. It's so funny. Let me open this up and look at it properly. Oh, that's a massive Ziploc bag. That's always useful too. Now you only get a tiny bit of each one. Oh, and that's really clever because they have actually packaged them in such a way that I know what's what and that they're easy to access. I suspect the intention is, because you don't get much of each one, the intention will be to just keep them as a sample pack so that you can feel what they're like. Flippin' love it. Oh no, that's fallen out. That was in there. 2, 3, 4 of these. That's falling out. That one too. Hang on, we tuck that back in. Oh, I'd lost. No, I haven't lost one. It's just I haven't filled that one. Oh, I could have had one more and had 4 complete sleeves. I went a bit mad. I've got 4 of these in total. It's all just ordered as one sample pack on the website, and then this is how they package it up. Let me take you through them. I'm going to get each one out and hold it up. So this could take a while because there's quite a lot. You don't get a lot of each one, obviously. It's just a tiny sample, but that's okay. So this is based on the name, a Welsh wool. I'm not going to pronounce it. I'm going to put it on the screen. Here you go. But oh, that feels lovely. Again, I might just keep these as samples so that I can, next time I'm looking for a specific kind of feel in my spinning, I can turn to this and go, right, this is what I want. I don't remember ordering this, some of these. But I did just go through and go click, click, click on all the ones that I didn't know. There we go, this is another wool one. This is white lonk fibre, apparently. Oh, there are sounds of movement. I think my husband's coming up for bed, so I will pause so there's not too much background noise. We've got white Lincoln wool. See how different they all are. I'm constantly amazed by how different all the different wools are. It's all just from sheep. It's, you know, different textures and all the rest of it. Okay, this is Radnor wool. I don't know where that's from. Oh, that's soft and fine. That's lovely. Very nice. Okay, and then we've got, oh, this is even softer. Oh, Punta Arenas. Apparently I've not heard of that before. other than on the website, obviously. That is so fine and soft and gorgeous. I'm going to have to use that in something. I can't just leave that sat in a sample pack. I've got to use it. Right, this is Southdown, which I know is a British one. There's a big noise then, I don't know what that was. Again, really soft actually and fluffy, super fluffy one. I can't remember how much of each one you get. I'll find out and tell you on the screen somewhere. It's not a lot, it's 2 grams, 5 grams maybe. Sorry about the background noise. Oh. Okay, this is another super soft one. It just says it's South American wool. I don't know if that's a specific breed or if it's a combination. I know if anything here just says British wool, it's like a combination of different breeds all blended together. So that might be the same, but I'm not sure. Okay, and this is Shropshire, another British one. It's a little bit more rustic feeling. Oh, I love the feel of wool. This brings me right back actually to holidays in Scotland, where we'd walk through fields of sheep and just pick up bits of loose fleece off the hedges and even the fences and stuff. Let's go back. Right, this is Texel. It feels like wool, but again, it's not a breed I know. I did wonder from the name if it was one of these plant-based fibres, but it does feel woolly. So, okay. No, I don't know if I'm saying this right. This is Swerbels, which I've heard of. I got a black one. I think they had white as well, but I might be wrong. I got black. That's inky black, that is. I don't think it's dyed. I think that's just the colour. I'm making a lot of editing work for myself here, but I might see if I can find a picture of the sheep and pop it up for you. Not for all of these, just for the odd one. Yes, I've heard of Swerbels, if that's how you say it, but not used it. And this is from the Whiteface Woodland sheep. Again, another one I've not heard of actually. That feels lovely and soft too. Right, that's the first sleeve. I hope this is interesting. If not, feel free to skip ahead. I think after this I'll just be wrapping up. This could take a while. I'm a quarter of the way through. Oh, this one is Finnish wool. Again, I got black just for a change. That's really soft as well, actually. The more northern breeds tend to be a bit coarser. That is not. We've got a black Welsh. It feels much denser than some of the others. It's not fluffing up as much. You see, I love how, like I said, I've said it already, but I love how different they all are. It's all wool. Apart from there will be some that aren't. Most of these are wool. And yet, they're so different from each other. We have a brown one from New Zealand. That's an interesting texture. Very light. Okay, and then we have Charolais. I don't know if I'm saying that right. That's another really soft and airy one. Another one I hadn't heard of, I don't think. Certainly haven't used it. Most of these I haven't used, to be fair. In fact, all of them, I think, apart from possibly the occasional one. Yeah, we've got a bit of grey Berkshire, which I have heard of. That's very hairy rather than fluffy, if you know what I mean. Interesting. And then back to British, we've got an Exmoor horn. Okay. Ooh. Another grey one. This one's Norwegian. Oh, and again, that's really fine. Actually, I wasn't expecting that. Very fine. Quite soft feeling. Lovely colour. Lovely shade of grey, actually. And then we have a light grey Swaledale. That's British, that's from round here, is Swaledale. Yorkshire wool. Okay, grey tone rather than the kind of creamy white you normally would expect. But very, very pale grey. We've got Cormo, which is another one that I've heard of, but not used. That is so soft. That feels like merino almost. Very similar. Oh, that's gorgeous. This is so fun for me. It might not be for you, but it's so fun for me. Okay, and this is White Elder. Never heard of it. Sort of mid-soft. Not super soft, but not super coarse either. We've got some Dorset horn. It's from the south of the UK. So lots of this is British. World of Wool have got a huge range of British wools. It's great. And then here is another one also from down south. This is Devon. That is really hairy. Wow. I would not want to spin that on its own, I don't think. I'd want to blend that into something else to soften it up. It's not like coarse, but because it's very hairy, it'd make quite a dense wool. I think it's still got some of the wave in it though. I love that. You get a bit of the crimp still from the fleece. Right, that's halfway, we're getting there. Told you I'd gone mad. Right, some of these are not wool. This one is lotus fibre. So that's plant-based, obviously. So a lot of these will be, a lot of the plant-based ones are similar, behave in a very similar way. They're kind of in the same vein as bamboo, plant-based nylon, some types of silk. That feels lovely and silky smooth. Itchy nose, I've got fibres going everywhere now. Oh, and then I had to get some of this. I've got some pineapple fibre. I have used pineapple fibre before in a blend from Adelaide Walker Wool, which is one of the other main places that I get my fibre. Feels a bit denser, a bit thinner than the lotus. Ooh, pulls apart so easily. Gotta be really careful with it. Makes for a very slippery spinning experience. Oh, and then this is just some plastic fibre. It doesn't say what kind of plastic. I think it'll be from like recycled plastic bottles kind of thing. It's the sort of thing, if you use polyfill at all for stuffing amigurumi and things like that, it's a similar, feels like a similar kind of thing. It feels really squeaky. Yeah. But yeah, interesting texture. I will say I haven't looked very hard, but I haven't seen large quantities of most of these for sale on the World of Wool website. It doesn't mean they're not there. You might just have to look harder than I have. Oh, I've got a bit of rose fibre again. This is in a blend I've used previously. That's my husband sneezing in the background, sorry. You can hear him from our bedroom. So another of these plant-based ones, that's super fine. I think there's rose fibre in my Cindy Lou yarn, which might still be on my website, I can't remember. And this is Sea Cell, which I believe is made from seaweed. I think I've got some blends in my stash that have got Sea Cell in them. I don't think I've actually spun with it yet. It feels a bit more fibres everywhere, a bit denser, a bit more hard wearing. It's an interesting colour. Oh, hang on, just hold that next to you. So that's the rose and that's the Sea Cell. Look at the difference in colour. Very interesting. And oh, silk chiffon. So this is literally just a piece of silk chiffon, which I might shred up into something. I don't know. I don't know what I'll do with it. I just wanted a bit. This is such an indulgence, this fibre pack. Sample pack, rather. Because I didn't need any of this. I just wanted to play. And we've then got some soybean. Oh, that again, that's super soft and super fine. It hasn't been fully combed out yet though, so there's going to be some little clumps in there. Oh, but that feels gorgeous. Again, soybean is in one of the blends I've spun fairly recently. I can't remember which one, but I hadn't seen it on its own anywhere, so I wanted to get a bit to play with. Oh, and then there's another little bit of fabric, a bit of silk voile, V-O-I-L-E, which feels very similar to the chiffon, but slightly finer. So again, don't know what I'll do with it, just wanted to have it. It's like a few pence each for each of these. Oh, so that was soybean staple fibre that I showed you a minute ago. This is soybean top, so it's been combed out. It's still so fine, in fact even more so, but it's all aligned. Oh, the clumpiness is gone. Oh, look how easily that drafts. So, what I always find really interesting is how much you can change the feel of a blend by adding or taking away literally a few grams of a certain type of fibre. So I've got a big bat of Wensleydale in my stash. I might have a go at taking like a set amount of the Wensleydale and blending it with each of these and seeing what difference it makes. I might not, I don't know. We shall see. Oh, this is Angora. Oh my god. I need to find someone who's got Angora rabbits and steal all the fur. Ask nicely to buy the fur from them. Obviously, you know, the bits like from when the rabbits molt, I'm not gonna go around shaving them. That would be cruel. Oh, that is just, I cannot explain how soft that is. Wow. I'd love an Angora rabbit. I'm sure they're a lot of hard work. And we have a cat. But, oh, this is Surrey alpaca. So we're back into animal fibres at the moment. Oh, that's super soft as well. Wow. Oh, I just want to wrap myself in swathes of some of this. It's so tactile. Yeah, I can't leave these as samples. I'm going to have to use them. Oh, and then back to Man-Made. This is a bit of acrylic top, which I was, so again, combed out, which I was intrigued by. That is actually really soft again. It's a different kind of soft to the animal It's got that kind of slight squeakiness to it that you get from the plastic-based stuff. But it does feel nice. And there's a good amount there. For whatever weight these were each. Really good weight. Right, on to the last sheath. For want of a better word. Right, there's a combination. Some of this is animal, some of this is plant. We shall see. We'll start with A grade mulberry silk top. Oh, look how shiny this is. Oh, wow. And that is, I mean, I know silk is luxury, and I know mulberry silk is one of the like super luxurious silks that you get. Oh, it's so gorgeous. I wish you could feel all of these. Sorry, I'm just sat here indulging myself and telling you how gorgeous they feel, and you can't touch any of them. Right, this is an adult mohair top. Top just means it's been combed, usually, anyway. So all the fibres are aligned, and it's nice and smooth. Another lovely soft one. I really like mohair. I know a lot of people react badly to it, find it really itchy. And I get it, I can see why they would. I'm sorry if you're one of those people. I seem to be alright with it. Oh, and then we've got some black baby alpaca. Oh, wow. That's another super soft one. I've got some baby alpaca yarn knocking about. Not handspun, just I bought it somewhere. I think it was in a local yarn shop, actually. It wasn't black, though. It must have been a white one. Possibly a light grey one, based on the colours it's dyed. I think I've got a sort of mid-blue and a lightish purple, possibly. I will use it at some point. Okay, and then we have got bleached D-haired yak. So, poor yak. So yak fibre is usually quite dark in colour. You know, yak-based yarn is often, you get really deep colours and really sort of moody colours, but that's bleached, so you'd get the softness of the D-haired yak without the moodiness, if that's what you wanted. Nearly done, I promise. Oh, this is some British mohair, which I assume just means that, you know, the goats are in Britain. That's my assumption there. Doesn't say whether it's adult or not. Sorry if you can hear rustlings from the other rooms. They are being quiet, but, you know, there are other people in the house. Right, we have got some brown D-haired cashmere. Oh my word. Oh, super soft again. That would be expensive if I bought a load of that. Cashmere is expensive, you know that. But oh, worth it. That's beautiful. Really beautiful. Oh, and then we've got, instead of the bleached, for comparison, got dark brown D-haired yak, so it feels very similar, as you'd expect. But that, I think, is the more natural colour. Such a contrast. So you must have to bleach it quite a lot to get it down to that white. Oh. And then we've got another super soft one, D-haired baby camel. Very fluffy feel to it. Quite short fibres, I think. I've got some dyed baby camel fibre, a whole braid of it, in my personal stash waiting to be spun. Ooh. Himalayan nettle fibre. Oh, that's an interesting one. Oh, after touching all those soft ones, this feels really, really different. That's quite, like, fibrous. Right, I've got bits of fibre everywhere floating around. It's making my nose itch. There we go. Just 3 more. Ingio corn. That is softer than the nettle, smoother than the nettle. And again, there's a really good amount there. It's flax from corn, it might be. It's from one of those, isn't it? One of the kind of cereal crops. But that's not, that's different. It's really hard to describe how they feel sometimes. Oh, a little bit of kid mohair. So if you're no good with normal mohair, it's worth trying kid mohair. See, it's the baby goats. Much softer and finer, and therefore probably less itchy. And then kapok fibre, which I'm assuming is an animal-based one, based on the feel. Ooh, and that has got some lovely little nappy bits in it. This does not look like it's been combed. I reckon that's been carded rather than combed. Look at that, that's really soft as well. I don't know what a kapok is, but the fibre's lovely. So, oh, talking of the difference between combing and carding, I have got my heart set on a new bit of equipment for blending. So I've got a blending board already, which is really great for making rollags. A bit of fibre in my mouth and attached to me, irritating my skin. But for one, it's quite hard work. For two, it's only kind of yay big, so I can only do so much at once. And for two, I can't do my own combed top on it. It has to be carded. Well, I can blend combed tops on the board, but then it kind of uncombs it almost. You end up with a more carded feel, either in rollags or as roving, depending on how you remove it from the board, which is great for woolen spinning. But I want to do some. I want to have different options. So I've got my sights set on either buying, if I can afford to, or making my own hackle. Possibly a set of combs as well. It's going to be a while off, I think, either way, but it's coming. It's coming. So watch this space for that. Right, that's everything. I've had fun. I hope that wasn't too boring to watch through. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. Yeah, that's it, I'm done. I don't think I've really got anything else left to say. I will next be recording, all going well, on the 1st of April, which feels frighteningly close. 3 weeks away. Yeah, that's it. I'm done. Thank you so much for being here with me. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. I really, really can't. If you want to, I don't know, support me. Well, you're already supporting me by watching this. If you want to support me a little bit extra, drop a little like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, please. It takes seconds, it's free. You'll get notified if you click the little bell thing as well, every time I upload a video. So there are benefits and it costs nothing. What could be better? And yeah, please do pop a comment on the video as well. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget, if you've got a favourite spring flower, to let me know in the comments. If you've got any thoughts on well, anything that I've mentioned. Or, you know, what you want me to spin next, what I should do with all those samples, pop it in the comments. Let's have a chat. Thank you again. Really, really appreciate you being here. Until next time, take care. I'm back. Briefly. I've just had a quick look on the World of Wool website, and unsurprisingly, really, I should have known this would be the case. I've done a spot check. I haven't checked every single one, but I have searched for a few of the different fibres that were in that sample pack, and you can absolutely buy large quantities of them on the website. So I think what I'm going to do is, a few at a time, I'm going to buy large quantities of sort of 2 or 3 fibres, each of them anyway. I'll work through them, excuse me, and buy some amount of each one. And then use them in blends. It's going to take me a long time to work through them all, and that's okay. Let me know what you'd like me to start with. Instantly, I've looked up kapok. It's not an animal at all. It's a plant-based one. Yeah, it's a vegan-friendly fibre. More suitable for stuffing, sort of fibre-filled type thing. Often used as an alternative to like feathers and down in pillows and stuff like that. But if I blend it in with something else, I can absolutely spin with it. You can spin with anything, given enough determination. So yeah, let me know what you want me to try first. I don't know when I'll get to it, but tell me in the comments, and whatever's most popular, I will start with. Right, I'm done. I'm really done. I'm going. Bye.